Hello, my name is Jeff Morgan and welcome to FNVi. This is the second in the series of demonstrations for Introduction to FNVi Part 2. So this is Part 2 of FNVi Introduction. So what I've got here is the Acme instance. Acme just stands for nothing. It's a completely pseudo project, but it's got 450,000 tagged items. And I'm just going to log into that instance. So I'm logging as Ken, and Ken's a super user. So I've logged in there, and what's actually happened in the background, it's already ran all of Ken's reports and pulled up Ken's statuses. So you can see Ken's logged in, add those numbers up there as the 450,000, and he's all his dashboard and all his custom reports that's on Ken's home screen. What I quickly want to point out is that the tree map system here, as I move, if you cast your eye down to this area, as I move around, it runs these reports. So these are all system reports that Ken's got in Ken's focus. I can drill down to see the details of these reports. And again, if you look here, you can see that it runs all of these status reports as I moved the mouse around, and I can drill down to this system and split it out to disciplines. Why I mentioned disciplines, you can see over here that Ken's got these disciplines in his focus, and we're monitoring the number of man hours that left. We don't monitor check seats or inspections per se. We can track time. So that's a little bit different. Now, what's the significance in the colouring is that we take into consideration the number of activities that are left versus time and plan and schedule versus how many that you've completed. So in this report here, in this tree map here, the systems that are red because they're not on schedule, or they're not going to be complete in time that their schedule planned it. And the green is because they're on track or on time, or you completed some work. And I'm going to quickly show you how that works in a little bit more detail. So clicking over here into the handover area, and we have this anticipation. These four major milestones: key performance indicators, power running, startup, first gas, and utilities. As again, draw your eye over here. As I move around, it's running the report and giving the information. So in this startup, it's planned to start up on the 11th of October. Because you've still only got 9% complete and you've still got 7,211 man hours left, we're anticipating that we're going to be some 14 weeks and 6 days late. The new date is the 23rd of January. More than 9 months ahead. We're forecasting whether it's success or failure, because the application tracks individual components and their history and the operative's performance. So this is something new, how we can utilize the system to forecast success or failure. And you see this area for power running, it's going to come in some 7 weeks early. You're at 7%, and based on those figures, it's going to bring it in on the 30th of January and not the so it's going to bring the 30th of January, not the 20th of March, as it would have been planned. So it's in forecasting success as well as failure. Not only that, we go back into the handover area, we can bring that into the anticipation by phase. So it's not just mechanical completion or commissioning and pre-commissioning and construction. All of these anticipation modules work in all of the key areas, or all the key stages and phases across a project. So here we have maintenance activities, and you can see how many man hours and what the projected completions of those happen to be. And again, they're red because we're running behind schedule. Or factory acceptance testing, any of these stages, phases in a project, we can track and we can anticipate. So that's one of the key differences in our system, that we can extrapolate the curve and predict success or failure. Right, so what else I want to do from here is to pop back to the dashboard, and I want to show you where our information comes from, how we build up that information map. So again, it's just run all of my queries. The little blips in here, you can see that someone must have been doing some work on these dates. What we have down here in this area is what we refer to as the end of the world report, the Armageddon report, the all systems, all disciplines, all cases by all people. So This is the report that you would never normally run because it will crash the system, but our data structure works in a different way, so it's much more efficient. So I'm going to click on this report. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go, and that's the clock started counting down. I can see in the top corner that the wheel is spinning, and there it is produced. In many cases, these reports run so quickly that we can't time them. I'm just going to randomly run down this list and just pick off one of these. That one there, 11108. Click into that area there, and we can see that for 11.108, there's 515 man hours total. There's 160 done, and there's still 354 remaining. We want to see what those items are that are outstanding. There they are. There's the 725 items that are remaining, and there again the time in each one of the check sheet inspections that are associated with that. And I can see the done ones, and then there are the done ones, and I can click on these and go to that detail, and we've covered that elsewhere. What I did want to mention at this point in time is what would normally happen would be that you would either print this out, and there it would be in a printed format, the form will be there, or you could export it to an Excel file, or you PDF it, or do whatever. Our system's fundamentally different. You can see I'm logged in as Ken. What Ken can do from here is let's send that work direct to a worker. So click on raise. It's going to raise this item, and I'm going to send it to Jeff so you can see how that works. And there's Jeff there. And click on assign, and it's assigned that work to Jeff, and send all the documentation, information, and activities to him. And I'm going to log back in Jeff in a second so you can see that. So that's again another fundamental difference between our system and what's out there, is that you've got the capability of running a report and then immediately sending that work to the team. And if I want to see what the team's doing and what they're up to, I click on down here, manage the team, click on manage team, and that will open up in a second. Just run that report. There we have the inspections. There's the Jeff Morgan inspection, and there's that inspection that's just been sent to him with 0 days. And these are all the other ones. You can see how long he's had them, and you can reallocate. In fact, there's that one I've just sent to him. Just double check that was the one. It was indeed. Just paste that in there. Can I grab that? Yeah, there it is. There. That's the XLF44 was the one that we selected. So that's been with him 0 days. Now, if I wanted to reassign that, again, just click here, reassign it, send it back to the job pool, or send it to another worker. I can reassign that work if I know that person's gone on leave or rotation or something of that nature. So that's a very easy way that we run reports, and we can manage and issue work out to the workforce. So one last thing I want to quickly show before I move out of here. We have in the application, the body of application, a messaging service. So I can click here, click on let's send Jeff a message. Jeff message, get this done, and I'm going to put today's date, which is the 28th of the 3rd, so you can see how this works. Send that, and it'll have sent that message to Jeff, and this will flag up red when he's going to log in. I'm going to show you when I log in as him. So let's let that go back, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log out of Ken, and log out of Ken, and I'm going to log in as Jeff. Put Jeff's password in, and you'll see that when logging as Jeff, his focus will have changed. The numbers that Jeff's looking at aren't the 450,000. It's the only Jeff's focus. As you can see, he's got a red envelope here. Click on that. New message from Ken at 2044, get this done, and there's the date, and Jeff can reply to Ken. So it's a messaging service within this, and if it's got an always on internet, it'll be a chat message, and this is also going to be video and voice in the upcoming updates. Go back to the dashboard, we can see Jeff's focus. These are Jeff's reports and Jeff's tree map. That inspection that Ken sent to me, click on my inspections. See, these are all the other ones, the other new ones that have been sent to me. There's a new one there. There it is indeed, that XLF44, and Jeff can indeed click on that. As you can see, it's pulling up the minutes remaining, how much time he's got. He can click on inspect. There would be the drawings and the information and the detail that he needed, and so that's all that information there. For the purpose of this part of the demonstration, which is the Acme database to show how a large database engine works, this is complete. Then part 3 explains in more detail how the application works. My name is Jeff Morgan, this is FNVi, and that's it complete.